This is It's a Dog's Life with Greg Kleva on Sirius XM 110.
Sit, Lucy, sit. Good girl.
Cooper, don't you dare go up there. Cooper!
Milo, be quiet. Stop barking. Milo!
It's a Dog's Life is about understanding your dog, how your dog thinks and learns, and why your dog does what he does, so your years together are the best they can be. Now, here's your host, Greg Kleva.
Hey, welcome to It's a Dog's Life. I'm your host, Greg Kleva. I'm here to help you out with all of your doggy dilemmas. If you've got questions about your dog's behavior, if you need to know how to address problem behaviors, if you need some training advice, if you need direction on how to best educate your dog, you might need tips on how to care for your dog or keep them safe in general. I got a lot of seasonal tips, all kinds of stuff to make sure that your dog is well cared for. You've come to the right place here. I'm here to help you understand your dog and have the best possible relationship with your pet. A lifetime of fun with Fido, as I like to say. I have a special guest I want to introduce you to. If you've been a listener to the show for some time, you may recall probably 9 months ago or so, we talked about and celebrated the fact that here in New York, Governor Cuomo passed a bill and created the law making it a crime to be a spectator at an animal fight. And this was made possible through the hard work of animal advocates and pet owners from across the state of New York. These are people who kept pressure on their elected officials in the State House to pass this bill into law to protect animals from it's really barbaric cruelty of animal fighting. You know, dog fighting's been in the news. It's existed for a long time, but it's been in the news and highlighted ever since the whole Michael Vick situation. And states are really trying to crack down on this stuff. So this is the kind of stuff that's sitting on legislators' desks all over our country. In the state you're sitting in, you're listening to me right now, I can guarantee there's some kind of bill waiting to be passed that would increase the punishment for animal abusers. And there was a big push recently here in New Jersey. I think it was to increase the penalty for animal cruelty from a misdemeanor to a felony. And for a time, it looked like our governor, Chris Christie, was not going to act on the bill. And it got a lot of people upset. Animal advocates, they stepped up across the state and put heavy pressure on them, and it finally did pass. Governor Christie did the right thing. We've had pet lovers from the state of Ohio on the show to talk about Nitro's Law. You know our friend Nikki Mustaki, who joins me from time to time, talking about Nitro's Law, again, making animal neglect and cruelty a felony with heavy fines, as opposed to, a misdemeanor and a slap on the wrist. So that's happening in the state of Ohio. This stuff is happening everywhere. And in every case, they need voices. Each one of these needs voices, big voices behind them, a big push from animal advocates. Otherwise, like I said, they sit on legislators' desks and they don't go anywhere. And animals continue to suffer. So to create more focus in this area of animal advocacy, especially here in the state of New York, last year, New York State Assemblyman Jim Tedesco made history with the first ever New York State Animal Advocacy Day in Albany, in the state's capital. It was June of last year that Tedesco, along with fellow legislators, Republicans, Democrats alike, from both sides of the aisle, they got together with law enforcement, animal advocates, and hundreds of pet owners. They joined together to call for the toughest animal cruelty laws in the nation to protect the pets of the state of New York. And as Tedesco explains it, most of the lobbyists who walk the halls of Albany or of your state capital are paid, but animal advocates are not. They're volunteers. They care about protecting pets. They give their blood, sweat, and tears to do it. And it's not just about protecting pets. It's about protecting all members of our families. Animal advocacy is purely a people and paw-powered event. And one of those people, one of those great animal advocates is my dear friend, Marie Shelto. Marie is owned by another dear friend of mine, a very handsome blonde guy, her sidekick named Bocker the Labradoodle. You're probably familiar with Bocker the Labradoodle. He's a very special dog, and Marie is the very special woman behind all of his great work. I'm going to let Marie tell you some of the amazing charitable work that they do together. I refer to Bocker as a reluctant celebrity, and I say that because he seems to prefer spending his time spreading love and just making people happy, making people smile, especially kids. But he's also a star. He appears in print ads and TV commercials. He's in movies. You'll see him in Men in Black 3. You may have seen him in Eat, Pray, Love or War of the Worlds. So he's a celebrity dog. And Marie and Bocker are here to tell us more about New York State's Animal Advocacy Day. Marie, welcome to It's a Dog's Life.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Bocker is letting me speak for him right now. He did enough on Facebook today.
All right, very good. I know he's a busy doodle.
He is a very, very busy doodle.
My big buddy's doing well, though.
Yes, he is. He's great. You know, he's the gentle giant, and his motto is to lend a helping paw, so that's what he does.
And he does that with you behind him or beside him all the way, for sure. So this New York State Animal Advocacy Day, Marie, I'm really glad that you came on to talk to me about it. I know they hope to strengthen the animal cruelty laws in New York, but this is a message that I think is important for anyone listening in any state that they're sitting in. But in New York in particular, this is happening around a law that already exists, correct?
Correct.